Hey everyone, I'm here to talk to you today about operating from negative feeling states. I realized that in some of my relationships, I operated from a negative feeling state. The initial emotion was loneliness or fear. And so when I operated from a place of loneliness and from a place of fear, I oftentimes made some serious blunders. My desperation oftentimes was off putting. I realized that I tried to cling on and hold on and clamor after people that were toxic. I realized that operating from those negative feeling states of loneliness and desperation and fear caused me to accept and tolerate things that I should never have tolerated in relationships. I realize there are a lot of people out there that try to take advantage of your kindness. They see you as a come up. They see you as nothing more than somebody who can help them get to where they need to go. Um, a lot of people don't love you. They don't see into you. They don't really want to build a relationship with you. They want power. They want control. They place high premiums on those things. They don't place high premiums on connection, intimacy, vulnerability, communication, the ingredients of a healthy relationship. They place high premiums on domination, on trying to control you and manipulate you. That's what they want to do because it makes them feel better about themselves. A lot of these people suffer from inferiority complexes and they feel ineffective. They feel impotent emotionally. And so they feel as though by controlling you, they'll gain control of their own lives. But the thing about that is, I realize these people are toxic. And what caused me to accept their toxicity was operating from those negative feeling states of fear, loneliness, um, just, I guess, terror, being terrified, of doing this thing called life alone. But I realize now, there's nothing to fear. Like I said, being by yourself, being alone is really a wonderful thing. Solitude is great. You know, solitude is great. Sometimes you need that moment of solitude to regroup and connect with you. You are the common denominator in all of this. When you recognize that you are the common denominator, when you realize that after everyone leaves, you're the person that's left, you start to wake up. Things start to connect and click, and you start to realize that, something, it's not so much them, it's me. It's me. I have to take a look at the man in the mirror and face what's going on. And so I encourage all of you to do the same thing. Really just face yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and really just acknowledge your role. What is your role in the dysfunction, in the breakups? What's your role? Really own that responsibility. When you own it, you can definitely start making some changes. I can say that I've made some drastic changes along the way in terms of the type of person I deal with and the quality of our interactions. I realize it's important sometimes you have to compartmentalize people. You have to keep them in certain compartments and realize that some people are just not on your level. And that's okay. They're not on your level. And it's not your responsibility to try to grow them up. It's not your responsibility to try to help themselves. It's your responsibility to grow you up. You have to grow you up. And for so many years, I felt it was my responsibility to basically try and help people grow up and change and grow. And, I realize now what they choose to do with the information that I provide and the love that I provide is on them. If they don't appreciate my love, then I have to take it elsewhere. I need to invest my love in places where it will grow and gain interest. And that's important. I'll say that again. Invest your love in places where it will grow interest. I no longer give my love, I invest my love. When I invest my love in you, I expect it to grow interest. If it's not growing, if I see no results, I still love you, but I also realize I have to love you from a distance because I can't love you the way that I want to and still maintain my own, my own sense of identity. At the end of the day, you got to be true to yourself. And being true to yourself involves you basically knowing exactly what your limitations are, knowing what you will and will not tolerate, knowing your deal breakers, knowing what motivates you, what inspires you, what's your sense of purpose, what really gets you up in the morning. That's knowing yourself, and having a strong sense of self-identity. And I realized that by loving the wrong people, you can't continue to maintain that self-identity. You lose yourself. So basically, back to what I was initially saying in terms of these negative feeling states. If you're operating from a negative feeling state, like loneliness, fear, anger, those negative emotions, it's going to turn out bad. You got to realize that sometimes those are motivating factors sometimes, but they're not always healthy. And they don't always result in the most, optimum outcome. So I encourage you all to definitely operate from a place of power and a place of love and a place of genuine feeling and genuine vulnerability. And when you do that, you'll start to see some changes. So this is Lewis Speaks, El Majesty, and I wish you all a wonderful life. Take care.